see, we got a big city lot here. It's about 120 foot of frontage and 105 feet deep. We're gonna split it up into two halves, and on one half we're gonna grow a Three Sisters garden, which is corn, beans, and squash. Beans put nitrogen into the soil. Corn and squash put sugars into the soil that benefit all plants. The corn acts as a scaffold for the beans to climb up, and the squash, because of its leaves being so big, it actually creates a microclimate down at the soil level and keeps it moist and stops the sun from penetrating and hitting the ground, drying it out and losing beneficial microbial activity. It's a permaculture technique that was actually pioneered by the Native Americans. And on the other half, basically what we're going to do is plant watermelons, pumpkins, pie pumpkins, jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, cantaloupe, birdhouse gourds for the kids. We want to get the kids involved. We're actually expanding upon the Three Sisters. We're going to grow amaranth, which is a fourth sister, and that's a grain. That'll attract insects. There's some insectary plants, a wide array of insectary plants that will draw pollinators and beneficial insects like ladybugs to keep the aphids down. By planting all of these different plants here on the site, we're going to restore the ecology, and it's going to put nature back in charge. We can't keep putting pesticides and fertilizers on our soil because it locks us into a vicious cycle, and eventually you end up with soil that looks like this. It's devoid of nutrients. That doesn't look like a forest soil at all. Forest soil is not like that. It's mulched over. It hasn't been damaged by fertilizers and pesticides, which grass requires. We put more diversity of crops in our soil and reestablish a good biodiversity. And we're going to reestablish an ecology within the soil, a healthy biodiversity of microbial activity. We got rain barrels. We had 20 rain barrels donated by a local car wash, Firehouse Car Wash, and what we did was basically divert rainfall by utilizing the eaves troughs and some hoses to redirect the runoff into a series of barrels that will overflow into each other, and basically that's what we're going to use to water the garden. We're really looking forward to getting a nice fertile loam back established. Basically what we're doing there is we're demonstrating the viability of growing vegetables in any situation. Even if you're surrounded by concrete, you can still grow vegetables. We've got 100 hay straw bales over there, and we amended them with some blood meal and some bone meal, which are organic fertilizers, and covered it up with some compost. And once they get wet and soaked and saturated, they'll start to break down. They'll cure for a period of around 10 days, and then we'll go ahead and we'll plant a mixture of greens, herbs, peppers, tomatoes. We're actually going to grow hops and barley, so maybe at the end of the year we can do GrowSaginaw. We're growing blue Hopi corn and green Oaxacan corn, which are they're meant to dry out and make a cornmeal out of them. And so we're going to use those to make tortilla chips, so we can have a chips and salsa party, and everything was created right here on this site.